Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
You guys, April has come to an end.
This
is wild. Thursday is May 1st. Happy birthday to Wendy Beveridge. It is her birthday.
Today?
May 1st.
Oh, happy birthday, Wendy.
Tomorrow is her birthday, May 1st. So,
Tomorrow when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
It's funny because at the beginning of the year, I saw like one of those memes or whatever, and it was like January literally goes on and on and on forever, and then February goes a little bit better, and then it's like March, April, May, June, July. Like
it goes so
it's
fast.
so fast.
Too fast.
I do agree, but I have to tell you, I'm really ready for May because I cannot hear anything.
These boys are so loud.
I'm very ready because I am so over. I need warm weather. I need it. Like
Today was a beauty.
Today was so beautiful, and I am just like I need it to be though where it's consistent.
Yeah,
like,
no 34
right, like
degree mornings
like
and then 75.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 80. Well, we're podcasting.
We're gonna start out 40.
Wednesday is gonna be 40 some degrees.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is ridiculous. 50, whatever.
Listen, I've got lots of problems. I have to worry about animals' respiratory care in these conditions.
I mean, I feel like I have to worry about my care.
Right. I know. We're different. This is why I look like I look and you look like you look.
I don't look like anything.
You look like you're put together and cute sometimes. Sometimes.
Like now, right now.
Sometimes. Listen, we've been getting the most random spring odd jobs. I'd like to remind you of a couple things that you need to do in your home that if you haven't done them, this is your reminder to do them. And when I say they're random, they are random. So Sam is home. He moved all of his belongings home from his dorm at Ohio State. So he's just finishing his sophomore year at Ohio State. He's lived in Taylor Tower for two years. He has one final left, and then he's done for the season. But all of his stuff came home, apparently minus his shampoo and a couple bath towels that I did not wash. So I hope they come home. I'm not even joking you. He moved home. Our house is a mess. So we didn't go to church on Sunday because, we didn't know when Sam was going to wake up, and we, wanted to be there, and we needed to, we're going to do breakfast, do all these things. So anyways, while we were waiting for Sam to wake up, which I believe he woke up about 1:30 in the afternoon, which is normal when your kid's in college. Let me tell you, it's not normal, but it is normal. So Bill and I were doing random things. So I decided to clean the smoker because our refrigerator door got left open and I had to cook a bunch of meat. So then I thought I had to clean the smoker. But then I'm like, man, I haven't cleaned the grill in a while. Do you know that I removed 5 pounds, and I'm not exaggerating, of soot from underneath the flavorizer bars, and then there's these other bars underneath it, and then the bottom of your grill? Weber grills, worth every penny.
Tell my husband.
I'm telling you, that 5 pounds of stuff never caught fire. I don't know how.
But
I never cleaned the grease trap on the Weber grill. And I say my husband hasn't either because I'm the cooker in the family, the griller, the smoker.
Does anybody really think Bill was going to be
I do all these things. So it's on my part. What a dirty job. So go check your grill, clean your smoker, and get them ready because the weather is nice. But then while I was bent over cleaning the grill lint trap out, I looked at our lint trap from our dryer. I'm like, when the last time was that cleaned out?
You mean the one that goes
comes out of your
outside?
house?
Yes. Not the one that's in the dryer.
No, I clean that out every
time. Right.
But some people don't do that even. But so I decided to stick my hand. Oh yeah. That's when we were growing up, we would take the laundry out and not clean out the lint. But you know that lint is a great fire starter for your solo stove.
Which is why you should clean it out of your dryer.
Right. So anyway, I stuck my hand in the hole, which could be dangerous, I guess, because there could be things in there. I was stuck in it and grabbed all this lint and came out. So I'm like, whoa.
Tom takes the his leaf blower.
Oh yeah, so we did that too.
And he's done that.
So anyways, we disconnected it from the dryer, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But I was into the self gratification, I want to see it. So Bill's like, you go stand outside, and I'll put the blower in. So he used his TikTok shop screwdriver.
He bought that a long time ago.
Disconnect, so it is officially paid for itself.
Thankfully.
It didn't have enough power to tighten it back up, but it could unscrew it. And he puts the blower in there, and I'm standing out there. Of course, not in front of it, but that would have been a funny trick. And so much stuff, but not as much as I would have thought came out, but I felt so good about it. We now have a really clean dryer lint trap.
So that just reminded me. So speaking of TikTok shop, so I had a little shopping spree like 2 weeks ago on TikTok shop.
Shocking.
And Shein. I've never ordered from there. And
Where?
That's Shein.
Oh, I've never ordered either.
Neither have I. So I decided to.
It's a Chinese company.
All right, whatever. Honestly, every single thing I ordered does not fit. Like not even a little bit.
The Chinese people are tiny. I mean,
so
you're
bad.
tiny too,
No,
but they're like
bad.
petite.
It's bad. But
You've got long extremities.
I did get Liv these TikTok shop pajamas, probably from China as well. They are the cutest thing, and they fit her and they're so nice. And they were like $8.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
It's a win.
pair of pajamas. So
That's
I did get her
nice.
those. Mm-hmm. That's all.
That's fun.
That's all I really have to contribute to that conversation.
Well, we can circle. So we did those really weird jobs. And then we had to unhook our livestock trailer. And so Bill decided that our airbags aren't working in our truck for some reason. And so then I started rinsing out our trailer. And, that's gratifying because it's kind of like your power washing situation. And there was no like straw or anything in there, but
what
you're
does
like cleaning the bottom.
airbags not working have to do with this?
Well, because he was doing the airbags. Well, it's on the list. Yes, we realized when we were hauling home that we don't think they were working properly, but he's trying to fix the airbags, Mr. Handy. I don't know, but he looked really cute laying under the truck trying to figure it out. So it worked.
Didn't even know what he was looking
No,
at.
but he looks cute. And then I was back there spraying out the trailer. He didn't get really anything done. I had the whole trailer sprayed out. But anyways, that was another productive thing. So we're getting it all done. Meanwhile, at home, I have a laundry. Like when I say there were like 7 trash bags of clothes, I'm not exaggerating. I'm like, Sam, do you know what's clean and dirty? And he's like, yeah, I think they're all clean. Oh, wait. I think they might all be dirty. I'm like, they're dirty, aren't they? I've been doing laundry nonstop since Sunday. So much laundry. But let me tell you, so much laundry that when Danna was at Costco and she's like, do you need anything? And I'm like, yeah, those little downy pearl things that make your laundry smell good? I need more of those.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I have been through so many of those. OxyClean, sanitizer. When your kid comes home from college, it explodes in your house. And they don't feel the need to like take it to the room. And then when they do take it to the room, it just goes all over the floor again.
I just cannot even like imagine this. Like I know one day
these are all things you have to, but girls will be different.
My guess is girls will be worse.
Well,
most girls not
are
Campbell.
cleaner.
No, Campbell is.
Olivia's not clean.
Have you seen her room?
No,
There
I
is
guess I
constantly
haven't.
clothes all over her floor. Her hamper is full all the time.
Really?
Then I fold her clothes and put them in a basket in her room. They don't get put away. She lives out of that basket. It's terrible.
Really?
Yes.
Well, Campbell has a hard time getting her clothes put away. That would be her thing. She needs to be home long enough, like in her room, to put it away.
She does not. Olivia does not put her clothes away. I bet you I folded 7 loads today. And I can guarantee you, I have 3 children. All 3 had a basket in their room. I will be willing to bet money if you walk upstairs to each of their rooms, the basket is full.
Yeah, it was just
no
reality.
one has put their stuff away.
But I told Sam does not need any more clothes. He has so many hoodies. I mean, I think he probably has 25 hoodies, like 10 pairs of pajama pants. But you know what I didn't wash? 1 pair of jeans. The kids never like jeans.
But like none of my kids wear jeans.
Jack and Parker, our kids do, except Sam.
But I feel like that's like their lifestyle. Like the barn, they wear jeans. Like none of Sam's friends wear jeans. Like to school, nobody wears jeans. Joggers, all joggers. Yes.
I need to figure out a better clothing situation because, obviously we live on a farm, but the pigs are a whole different level. Like I don't like the smell of a pig. Like I don't want anybody to smell like that. And so when I wear my sweatpants out there, like in the morning to help the kids, I want to wash the sweatpants. Like I don't want to wear them again. And I probably should. Because they probably don't really smell and they're not really dirty.
Okay, so to be clear, no, you shouldn't.
Well, I think I should.
No.
Like, I feel like I should have a pair of pants that I repetitiously wear.
That's not a word, and no, you shouldn't.
Repetitiously? I don't know. I think I made it up. I think it's a good word.
I don't think it's a word, but it might be, but I don't think so. But either way, you should not rewear them. If it has entered your barn, it should not be reworn.
That's why we have so much laundry.
This is actually funny. So the other day, I went and toured, like, no exaggeration, like 7 farms for Leadership Yoga. 3 or
Well,
4.
we won't give names, but there were
No,
some
I'm not
great
giving
ones.
any names. There were some amazing places, but I'm not giving any names. But 3 or 4 were animal farms, maybe 4 or 5 actually. I don't know. Maybe 3 or 4. Regardless, when I got home and I took my clothes off for the day, I was like, there is zero question that everything I'm wearing has got to go.
But you went to a dairy farm, and dairy farms have a different smell level.
It was
God bless the
something.
American dairy farmer, because they are the hardest working people.
This dairy farm that I went to, I'm not giving names, but here's the thing. I've not toured a lot of dairy farms, but I would really like to think that they are not all like this.
So I would like for you to come to friends of ours who have a very large operation, and it is impressive. Like, to the point of, like, amazing the care that is given to these cows.
I did not love the dairy farm that I went to. But I did love, you know what I went to that was really cool, not to like kind of wander off subject. I went to a hops farm, and this was really neat. Like, you know, that they make beer with, the hops that they make beer with. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm not a beer drinker. I'm gluten-free, so I really don't drink beer anyways. And even when I wasn't gluten-free, I was never a huge beer drinker. Because I actually hate the taste of hops. Like,
I wish I liked
I
it,
wish
but
I
I
did
don't.
too. I don't like my husband loves like a good IPA, and I can't do it. But to watch the process that these hops grow, they literally, their quote field, I guess is what you would call it,
It's vertical farming.
It's vertical farming. It is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Tell them what they use to vertical farm
Old
on.
telephone poles, and then they have ropes strung, and the ropes hang straight down, and as the hop grows up, it attaches. I mean, they tie it obviously, but like, it basically attaches itself to the rope and grows vertically, straight up. It is the coolest thing. But what I found really interesting is this time of year, as crops are starting to come up with the seasons changing, they actually burn it down. The second that it comes up, they immediately start to burn them down. And then that second round is what they go for. So I thought that was really interesting that, it's like you feel like it would be counterintuitive to do that. But so it was really cool. So we went to some really cool farms, but that was my favorite just because I've never seen like a concept like that, like literally grows up. So that was super, super cool to see that, how they did that and everything. And they've only been in business for less than 10 years. So kind of cool. But yeah, we toured all kinds of farms. Maple Farm, we toured animal farms, we toured, I don't even remember. We did not tour an apple farm. I'm just saying.
No, we were not on the list, but that's okay because there are lots of other great farms in Geauga County.
It was very cool.
None cooler than of course,
Patterson Fruit Farm.
Well, I was actually going to say none cooler than Roguish
Farms.
Because you had to go.
I had to go to Roguish Farm the night before.
This is so Bob.
So Bob called and he said, I know where you're. So the whole thing with
If you don't
Leadership
know
Geauga.
Bob, look up Roguish Farms, Bob Roguish.
So he's a jokester. And
he owes us a lot of money.
He does. So when you participate in Leadership Geauga, and I don't know if other leadership programs through other counties are like this, but you don't really know where you're going. You don't get an itinerary for the day. I
would want to know too.
So to be perfectly honest, I really don't like it that they do that, and I think it's kind of silly. Like, there's no point. Like, what's the benefit of not knowing? Like, there's no benefit to not know. So I don't. That would be my feedback to them. Like, I think it's like silly.
There you go, Meredith.
I'm giving some feedback.
We love Leadership Geauga.
I do. I think it's a great
They have
program.
a great
To be
youth
very
program.
clear,
We're being
like,
funny.
I think it's super, like, really a great program. It's just something silly about it that I don't find necessary. So I did not know where we were going. So Bob called me the day before and he said, "Hey, you have to make sure that you wear a Roguish Farm shirt tomorrow to represent." And I said, "Well, I don't. Am I going to Roguish Farm?" Like, so I assumed I must be going to Roguish Farm. And he said, "Well, you come over and get a shirt." So I went over there and I got a shirt and I got some beautiful tulips.
Her tulips are beautiful.
My gosh, from her flower wagon. So amazing. So I went over there, and as I was leaving, I said to Amy, his wife, I said, "Okay, so what time are we coming here tomorrow?" Thinking we were going there.
And she was probably like, "What?"
Dumbfounded. I think I gave her a heart attack right there on the spot.
She's like, "What has
she
Bob
was like,
done now?"
"What are you talking about? You're not coming here." I'm like, "Oh." So then I'm like, then where are we going? It must be somewhere he knows, though. And so it was one of his really
He just
close
wanted to
friends.
make sure that you were repping the brand.
So
when
it
you went
was-
to all the other farms.
It was one of his close friends. We went to see Kevin Holy at Seldom Seen Farm, which is a really cool, if you ever...
Now listen, Kevin would probably actually pay us. He would actually pay us cash money
I
to
will
promote
tell you,
his business.
I don't have a lot of experience in the maple industry, and I've not seen a lot of sugar houses, just ours at Patterson
Oh,
Fruit
his
Farm.
is beautiful.
It is the most amazing concept I've ever
Yeah.
seen. And it's built by wood pegs. It is not put together. There is no hardware in there. It is so beautifully made and it genuinely handcrafted, like such a cool concept. But so that's one of Bob's closest friends. So when I walked in and I know him from outside of there, but I walked in and he just laughed at me when he saw my shirt that I was wearing. And he's like, you would be wearing that. I'm like, Bob made me. Wasn't my fault.
So interesting. Let's talk about Seldom Seen Farm. So it's an interesting concept. You know, I didn't grow up in Geauga County, and so I don't know everyone, but I've over the years, I've met a lot of people, and Kevin is one of the nicest. His wife is delightful too. And they have children who are it's just really fun. It's a neat story. But, you know, Kevin was able to quit his full-time job and
what
come
he
back
told us?
to the farm.
He literally said,
Probably the
that-
scariest decision he ever made
he
for
said,
his
he goes,
family.
I was able to turn my hobby, which is truly a hobby, into a career.
a profitable business.
And I mean, if that is not like what life should be about, right? Like if you can find a way to make your hobby pay you, like what an amazing experience.
Yeah. And Kevin does a really good job. Kevin, I'll send you the invoice later.
Right.
He does a really good job of marketing his product. So not only does he make maple syrup, but he also makes the specialty is the bourbon barrel maple syrup. And then, you know, he makes all these other things like maple cotton candy.
He makes barbecue sauce now.
And he's
cotton
everywhere.
candy,
And he's starting
candy.
some new adventures, which are really, really pretty
He's
cool.
really going to be growing really big, and I think
And it's
a
exciting for
great-
his family.
It's a great opportunity.
Like they made some tough decisions. And I think, you know, as anyone starting a business, you know, my brother-in-law has a fencing business. If anybody needs fencing, he's putting ours in. But it is hard to grow your business from that first step when you are a sole proprietor, only person, no employees.
When Tom was going in, he's basically started a startup but he did not own it at the time, but he had to like put 100% into this. He was still working part-time at his other job because he was like scared to fully leave.
It's hard.
And when you make that like that leap, it's so scary. So like I mean, great business. Like really, it was probably one of my favorite stops that we went to get to go see there. He's got,
and he's so smart, and he's got frankly, a better personality than Bob does. So I'd rather talk to Kevin any day.
it's a pretty cool concept there. I'm not speaking to that topic.
No, but it's fun. Like here's another great thing about businesses and agriculture, and especially in Geauga County, when Leadership Geauga, the like retired group came to our farm.
The Heritage
program. Thank you for the correct term. I spoke to them and gave them the tour, and you know we do have quite a few fruit farms within our area.
So we found out we had Geauga County Farm Bureau came and spoke with us, and there's over 1,200 farms in Geauga County alone.
Yeah,
that's insane to me.
Yeah,
that is insane to me.
It's great.
Yeah.
And so someone asked the question, like, there's some fruit farms, like there's 2 on your road. Like, and I'm like, you know, here's the coolest thing. When I came to Geauga County and not from a fruit background, one of the neatest things is that our family does not view them as competition.
Never.
It's supporting the same industry, right? So like Sages, they're in Chardon. They're another long-standing, really fun family business, great fruit farm.
We will literally tell people,
Go
if
to
we don't
Sages.
have it, go there. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's really neat how we share, like if you run out of something or you need something or like everybody goes back and
it's
forth.
like a big co-op sometimes. Like it really works really well together.
Yeah. And so one of the funniest things was that before I was at Patterson, I wanted to enter the Geauga County Fair, the fair's apple pie contest, which Patterson Fruit Farm sponsors. So I was well aware that if my name ever changed, I couldn't be in this contest anymore. But the problem is that we did not have the apple variety that I wanted to make my pie. And we happened to be delivering something to Sages. And so Mr. Sage said, well, you know, Kristin, Sage's Fruit Farm would be happy to supply you with the apples that you need. And he said, so I'll go pick them for you and I'll deliver them. And so Bill's laughing and we're like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be so nice of you. So I don't think that I've ever seen him walk into our market more proudly than with a Sage's Fruit Farm bag of apples and put them right on Bill's desk. And it was great. And so he said, but here's the deal. You got to bring me an apple pie. So I made him an apple pie and took it over later. So
really
anyways,
great.
there's just like such good things in agriculture.
I think it's just a great industry. Like I didn't know anything about it for a really long time, and I'm really glad.
Look at you now.
Yeah, it's
talking
been very,
about all the things.
But it was very interesting to go to all these farms because I actually felt like I could understand a little bit more. So that was,
and look at her. She now wants her office to be in our new barn.
only because it's nicer than where mine currently is.
Your office isn't bad. We laughed because we're like, oh, but Danna, it might sound like a farm. And she's like, it already does.
Literally, if I open up my windows, sometimes there's pigs walking by. So
you never know. You never
fine.
know what you'll see out that window. So, well, friends, another episode is complete. And we realized that we have been podcasting.
Yes. We hit our 3-year anniversary this week. Yes, we did.
Happy anniversary. Until
Happy
next time,
anniversary.
friends, we're Miss Matt.